Should you live? Yeah. Let you know what it is, man. On ArsNova414. Um, Today's mathematics just go with the, I like three twos in there with the 12, 22, 22, catch 22. You know, 2 plus 2 is 4. 2 represents wisdom, represents be born. Uh, put that together 2 times, you're going to come with cultural freedom. Um, and also victory, which is the 22nd letter. V. It is. And, I got to do things like this to show my culture. Uh, by teaching the civilized, teaching civilization what we don't know. This is the way to be victorious over the devil, over devilish mitch, which is evil. We ain't gonna put no forks on it. We ain't gonna put no tails on it, horns and all that. That's spookism. We don't deal with that. This is just, in whatever attempt he got to keep us dumb, deaf, and blind. This is it. You know what I mean? So peace to that, man. Peace to Allah-wise, man. God been building and just enlightening and sharpening, man. Iron sharpen iron. Last episode, I kind of wanted to touch on something that was dealing with what I feel like we at a crisis right now. I remember that movie Chi-Town, Chirac came out, with Nick Cannon and them. I remember when I was in the belly of the beast and I was watching the trailer for that. And it's like, then I didn't understand when I saw the trailer. Okay, it's gonna be like, Boys in the Hood Men Society type joint. I didn't know it was gonna end up being a musical. But on top of that, I had seen something on the talk show or PBS or whatever, and they got in depth about it, like with the director. I believe it's Lee Daniels. Yeah, I think he was on Tavis Smiley, but he was saying, yeah, the women had that part in there where it was going on strike. They wasn't gonna get the guys no poom poom. You know what I'm saying? To stop the beef or whatever like that. So he's like, y'all stop killing each other, man. And if y'all don't get off this gang violence stuff, man, we just gonna stop giving up the poom poom. And so, deep topic. Deep topic. What, like I'm saying right now, is the biggest crisis. When I touch on it in the book, grab the book real quick. When I touch on it in the book, uh, up in here, got it break down in different chapters, but I know for sure the chapter that stands out is I. Let me make sure. I don't want to just utter it out. I want to go in here because Us versus Us is chapter 4, and it breaks down a lot with males versus women, females thereof, or the building of each other, building each other up. Me and my man's, shout out to my man, yeah, shout out to my man. We was talking about how, so many good ones out here, whether it's male or female. We go more so. We was talking from a male perspective because, some of us all done had ups and we done had downs. Um, some of us is good, some of us is not. But so many women that's looking for a good man wouldn't recognize him if they seen him because you might draw past him every day, or he might be somebody that you just look past in the grocery store for whatever judges that you're using. You're looking at a book. It's like going to Barnes and Noble and you turning down some good knowledge because the cover don't look right, or just your preconceptions. Not only with that, you have the stereotypes, or everybody just bogged in, or maybe people already got something so they really can't pursue. But it's like, don't judge men based off of materials because that will lack substance. Materialism, I mean, you can get cars and houses in a lot of different ways, but does that corrupt your soul? What type of morals do you have? What kind of judgment and discernment do you have? Do you care for people? You know what I mean? Uh, what is somebody's financial capacity versus, I guess, their financial stability or their current financial situation, whatever it may be? I'm not defending, I'm not offended by anything, especially nothing on social media because everybody on there clowning. Nobody really putting down some deep content. Ain't nobody really trying to unify. You got people catfishing and gaslighting and doing things just to waste time and energy instead of saying, "Ha, let's link up. How do we build? How do we make more of a bad situation?" Because at the end of the day, our enemy or the oppressors or the energy that be that keep us bogged down in these urban dwellings, how do we overcome it? Do we keep complaining? Do we keep pointing a finger? Do we keep bringing each other down? Do we look around and see where the potential at and say, how do we tap in? How do we do that? I don't know how we can overcome that at all. Um, but yeah, I mean, even fellas, we gotta stop bashing so much of where a person is at right now. I guess I could say I've been guilty of that, but I never gave up on nobody. I always continue to build, inspire, and lay some meat on the brain, and if it can help them open up, then I'm doing a good job, you know what I'm saying? But neither here nor there, this ain't just about that, you know. When it comes to the esoteric part of this, when you go from divine masculine to divine feminine, and then how did that break down? Because nowadays what we have is a mix of the chromosomes, man, and in what's coming out and manifesting. Not only that, some people are coming out born a female and then having sex changes, and vice versa. How did that change the dynamic of everything? As a universal individual, as a God, I just see it as we have to get past fantasy and we have to understand what the universe brings to us. Now, do we want to push it away or do we want to accept it so that we can grow? And it's like the analogy of the lotus flower and how it blooms. This is Egyptian folklore, we will say. Mysticism, the lotus flower. Anybody that's want to know anything, look into the lotus and the resurrection properties in the lotus. And I guess the beauty of it all. It may trump a rose. I'm sure it does when you talk esoterically. Um, Neither here nor there. Let's just think about the importance on the esoteric level of the union. How do we get here on the planet? The mystics gonna say about God and creation on the most basic surface when we KISS that month. When we KISS that bitch, keeping it simply sweet. It comes from man, woman, child, sun, moon, star. 2 plus 2 equals 4. So that's just going back to circle around because the cultivation aspect of two. I mean, 2 plus 2. You know, we got two couples. You know, the two couples got together, bro, and decided to just we're going whatever guys happening. We just gonna have these kids and mix together and just impregnate the two women together and just keep mixing until we got how many offspring we have. You know how much culture, how much y'all done cultivated, and how much freedom you have in what y'all cultivating. Um, Dealing with egos and clashing. I mean, for my ism and for what I go through personally, with what I'm dealing with, oh yeah, it's like having a basketball team, man. It's like juggling. It's juggling a lot. I got a lot of responsibilities. God is the God, so the God gonna be there like the sun, and then he's just these planets. You just, everything's in orbit, and you know what I mean, orbiting like it's orbiting around the sun. So the sun is trying to just get clarity on oneself and reflection, and then make sure what I'm mirroring back is helping people grow. I hope we go into 2026 looking at things for real. Like, man, I'm tired of this. I am so sick and tired of the game of, oh, it's a new year. Oh, it's this and that. Oh, I'm going to change. Oh, Me personally, just hope everybody is tired of that and they just doing all the things you want to do, all the things you want to manifest, all the people you're praying for. When you see them, say hello. You know what I'm saying? Give them a hug. Keep it peace. You got Xmas coming up in a couple days. I wish more of my people knew about Kwanzaa. Only reason why I support Kwanzaa in the sense is that just the ideals behind it, the principles of it. You know what I'm saying? The name changing, the self identity parts of it, the community faith part of it, you know, or the village. Man, that's dope. Versus Christmas, one day, Santa, we ain't gonna talk about race, man. You know, we ain't gonna talk about race. It's Christmas, man. It's a part of this tradition here. I get it, but come on, y'all. I ain't gonna be the Grinch this year, man. You know, I did get to have some positive experiences from that growing up, I believe. But what I don't know, what transpired from those gatherings, I don't know. Probably cursing, some bad things happened to some people. There's a lot of people around. You know, you have part a lot of people, man. You don't know what's going on, man. But it's all love. That's what they want to say. Look, I'm trying to break that. I'm gonna break that. We gonna break that, kings and queens, kings and queens and goddesses and gods. If you hear me, we gonna break that. We gonna break that, guys and nurses. Man, we are going. We broke it. It's just when we influence or have influence, and we have to pass it down, rub it down, man. Might be some battles, might be some wars, man. You know, I ain't gonna say I haven't probably got into it over over scripture, dude. Like for real, in some of my deepest family battles, man, it's probably been some scripture involved, man. You think about that. And all I got is scribes, like all these rhymes, man, that I be having. Songs I have recorded, songs I haven't recorded. I'm not a slave, I'm not gonna be a slave, you know. I got a legacy. I mean, I got over, I say at least 3,000 songs. Man, I have my seeds spitting that shit. You know, I got so much shit for them. I got a book, this book, it's got another John coming, and all I really want to do is use what I got to help others. So, you know, everybody got a story to tell. Man, I'm telling mom I'm living, mom been doing that. But people that want help writing their story, people that want help putting it out there, you know, you just want to holler real quick, get some, you know, get some tips, man. I mean, I'll put you down with my publishing. But putting people down, a lot of times, even when it's business, they look at it like, oh, you trying to help me be a worker or a flunky or a stupid. Like, come on, y'all. We got to grow up. Grow up. I got zero tolerance for, I guess, ignorance over the age of 18. Ignorance over the age of 18, you know what I'm saying? That's knowledge. That's build or destroy. So you going to take the knowledge that you got and you going to build or destroy with it. And by the time you 20, we should have a ruler, a measuring stick to be able to say, hey, what did you do with your knowledge? So that's peace. That's real peace. Um, Speaking of uh, that, is very important. So you know we got to put emphasis on that in the household with one each other, with one another, and not like I don't know. I meet a lot of people that feel like they're intimidated by education educators, people that know stuff. And say, "Oh, I read big books too." Now, why do anybody need to care or know that you read big books too? It sounds like you're trying to compare. Don't compare. Get in them books. If you need help, get the help you need. You don't even gotta go out and get it from another person these days. You know, you can go on the phone and type in a word you don't know and it pronounce it for you. It might be AI robot or Siri saying it, but it give you a base understanding of what the word's supposed to sound like. If you ever use the word in an educational setting and you mispronounce it, hey, the right professor will correct you with no disrespect intended. You know what I mean? So I just want us to be in love with knowledge just as much as we in love with these drugs and sex. I can't and money, money, sex, drugs. I love it. Now, put hey, throw some education in there, some knowledge, some wisdom, some culture, freedom, man. Ooh, bad mix. It's part of a hybrid of an original person, man. We are all things. Don't become just one thing. We are oversaturated with those three things. We gotta learn a way to diversify, mold them, change them, and plant some pretty seeds, man. ArsNova414. It's been an eventful season, I think, in Milwaukee. I'm seeing some collaborations going on within the city with some artists, and I respect that. I respect everything somebody doing, man. I ain't got nothing bad to say, even though people may look up to me and be like, dude, dope. But this, that, and the third, hey, man, whatever assumption y'all got of me and P, man, keep it that, man. Keep it that. It's all good, man. Because I'm getting some game from some real players, and I'm getting game from Life and God. Even Ben had some game, man. Like I said, man. Shit. I done forgot more game than you lanes remember, man. Niggas prime pretenders. Don't get me talking splendor. You know what I'm saying? Keep it crispy like a chicken dinner. Yup, you know. Y'all keep doing y'all thing in the city, man. Put on, man. I'm gonna be doing this thing independent. To stay independent. Any type of business ventures that come along that sound fruitful to grow this thing, I'm gonna do it. I still ain't put nobody on the phone yet. To do my old Marty Marl type of deal that cats call it. I ain't did it yet because I wanted to be serious. I'd rather set something up that's gonna be, not to gain views. This is gonna educate. You know what I mean? Put people up on to something. Put people up on game. Put people up on G. That's what we about. You know what I mean? I'm a G. You know what I'm saying? My original last name is with the G. So G's up. Shit, we know what go down. For the clowns, man. Love for the morale. But yeah, I'm excited about the state of hip hop right now. I'm so excited. I ain't hearing every MC here, man. God gonna bring me out and about to do this the way I'm gonna do it. When it's time, the time gotta be right. Ain't gotta be right parties involved. Like I ain't knowing all that what people be on in that world. Milwaukee itself got a dope scene that I don't think most uh, black MCs be tapping into, or the black rappers that's having money and making videos right now. Like they waves could be way wavier. Shout out to the wave guys, you know what I'm saying? But it could be way wavier if they knew how to penetrate certain areas. I ain't gonna give out the game, man, because if you run it to me and you want it, man, I can get it to you, man. We can get some paper, man, but I ain't on all that clowning and buffoonery, trying to clown and clowning down. Now, it's a such thing as the dozens. Y'all gotta get that gospel of hip hop. Gotta make sure I shout out a literature every week. Let me see if I can pull that up for y'all. The gospel of hip hop by KRS1, man. Very, very inspirational, insightful book. And this is all about us. It's like a Bible, but it's hip hop. But hip hop is not just rap music. Hip hop is us, our culture. It's us to the fullest, rapping us. You know what I'm saying? But the gospel of hip hop, the gospel of hip hop by Chris Parker. But I'm sure KRS1 is on there. Very, very great read, y'all. Just if you can, keep. I'm gonna shout out joints, you know what I'm saying? But this is the first book. I got my own library where I keep. Well, they keep the lies buried. You feel me? But in there, he got some jewels. So y'all get that. I suggest you go recommend that. You can go ahead on audiobooks online somewhere and get it to read real quick. Free sample. They let you sign up for free sample reads, or you can go to the store and get the physical copy. I'm a physical copy type of guy. I had that book, man. I think I gave it to somebody, man. I'm the librarian. I got a children's book where I was the head of my family the kingdom, our kingdom, the library. I was the head. I was in charge of that, where they keep all the records at. So peep game on all that, man. Your boy Echo No Mics, aka Supreme Prince Allah. Uh, all my friends out there that's tuning in, man. You know, you can check for me on the Instagram. You can check for me on TikTok. You can check for me on YouTube. You can check for me on Facebook. I don't really do none of that other stuff. People that know me might know where to find me on some other sites, but I don't really be on them joints like that. Just really trying to focus and stay tuned in about the future. Black Party McFly. It's my nickname. It's one of my aliases. Alias is the name of my company. Alias stands for All Day Life is a Struggle for those that don't know, or All Day Life is a Success. I mean, you choose or you lose. Make it what you want to, make it or break it. Uh, so yeah, with that said, man, I'm about to really close out, man. I'm just happy to be here, get another one out there. Uh, Gotta get out and see what's going on in the city, y'all. All y'all, go check it out, man. There's a lot going on. It ain't just at a club. Some stuff in the downtown area that's very beautiful. Stuff down there on Bray Street, very beautiful. The River West area, very beautiful, man. I know some places that's looking for artists, for open mics, man. If we want to tap into that, man, we can gang this and go ahead and go to these places and just do it, not in bad competition, in uplifting, friendly, positive competition, a friendly vibe. That's kind of like the A. We gotta adapt that type of energy. Not to nothing to the point but unity. Miami, the A, even New York right now going crazy with the unity, bro. We gotta unify. These other places unify with the last big city on the map to hit it hard, man. Cause our stars, man, they starting to get there and then they boom. You know what I mean? We got a story here that I don't call it a tragic story. It's close and dear to me. I know him personally, man. He family to me. But it ain't a tragic story. He's here still, and he'll tell you that if he was around. But man, don't give up on me, man. I'm still, man. He's still active. But all our people, we get to that, man. Right at the break, and then something happened, man. I don't want to speak on everybody, man, because everybody know who everybody is, man. Your boy finna go. I'll give y'all something exclusive. Uh, that was an old joint, man, that I did when I first got out. I don't know if I played it yet on the earlier episode, but I ain't even tripping, man. Your boy Echo just love his music. I'm recording all most of this stuff myself that I'm playing right now. So this one probably let's go with the 88 Coops. This man, cause this is Dave East track, man. Dave East, my boy, man. Mass Appeal. I was signed to Mass Appeal through my distro kid, man. I did that on my own, man. Nas, Peter Bittenbender. I wrote him a letter when I was in the joint, told him, man, that's where I was supposed to be, man. Down with Mass Appeal. Uh, I don't know. Right now, I'm seeking management through the Woo, through the fam, and then we can go from there, man. You know what I'm saying?
Yo.
supreme. Got a taste against the state. I'm in my dreams at 17 was better than some I've ever seen. I was mixed between. Smitty, Tayshawn, Timmy B. Heart like A.I.